Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. So a bit of a pullback yesterday. We did get going, and then the sellers came in. So you can see we sort of squirted up, and then nice big inside bar. And it does look like we're forming another bar up. So I have a feeling we're going to be forming a triangle here, consolidation triangle. We are extremely overbought, so I'd be a bit reluctant to jumping in long. At the top right now. So if you look at the 3 hour as well, you can see pretty strong move up, big tail on this body, and then we just kind of drifted lower. So there is a little bit of structure here, and there's your level there. And that's at 35.035. Other than that, the next levels are quite far down, so let's not even entertain them at this moment. And if you look at this, price action this week has been sideways, big up, big down. So at the moment we have a bit of a pin bar forming on the weekly bar. One thing that is fairly interesting on the hour, that the oscillators have eased off quite a bit, and obviously we haven't fallen to the floor, so we're just gathering our breath at the moment. And that's kind of the way that I would be looking at this. And when we start drilling down to the hour, we have another level that we need to be paying attention to, which is right here at 35.096. Now, this is why it's so important to review the previous day as part of your strategy. So you can see here that was a pin bar, and pin bars are pretty much always tested. I don't know what the percentage is, but fairly often they are tested. So you can see we break up here with the gap. Now on that break, you would wait for the retest, missed it, and then there is a beautiful entry. There's a second entry there, and you would think, yeah, we are going, but there's a big gap below that. So you can see we do try and get going, but eventually come back to close the gap, and then gap up, and now we get on with our way. So often what happens is, I do it as well. There's my first entry, worried about that gap. There's the second entry. Okay, the gap's probably not going to happen today. Put my stop in here. I've got a 50-point stop loss. Or even if I just drop it below the gap, 9 times out of 10 you get stopped out with that kind of stuff. So yeah, just interesting to keep that in perspective. That's why often when you see this kind of thing, you say, well, okay, I'm going to jump in here, but I'm just going to keep a small position and a wide stop loss. So 153-point stop loss rather than a tight stop loss. And then you can see we're starting to get some profit out of that mentality. So for me today, this level needs to be tested again, to be quite honest. That is 35.096. Gap is closed, so I don't really need to worry too much about that, although it is after hours. But it is futures market, so let's just leave that for now. So yeah, this could be the opportunity to buy into this 35.096. Alternatively, you'd want to see another move back to come down to the 3 hour level, which is down here at 35.035. So 3500 would be an ideal level, but that does erode all of the move that we did get going yesterday, which basically would put us at the high of the previous day. So that would be a bit of a concern, but nevertheless, I've seen stranger things happen. So that's kind of my view on this at the moment. We do have a couple more results coming out today that would impact the Dow Jones, but for all intents and purposes, I think just the FANG stock still that could influence us, and that's only next week. And then there's a bit of data today that may influence us. So yeah, I think onwards and upwards is what you're looking for. So you're just looking for support off one of these two levels. If you can come back and test these levels, then it's game on, and there should be an opportunity for a long. Hope it helps. Drop us a thumbs up if it does, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.